Good morning, all. I got my coffee in my golden goal mug. Thought I'd go live for an hour and a bit, just to that was an hour. Look at that. That was some speech. Gonna go live for an hour and a bit just to talk about how we got on so far in game week 7. Disappointing game week for me so far. I'll share my team first up, shall we? Red Arrow, another one. 608k overall now, 33 points. But I've still got 3 players to play. I've got Rogers, Wood, and Solanke. No Palmer or Watkins. Those are the 2 that can do some damage to me today. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. I had my first evening yesterday where my shoulder didn't hurt, so we're on a road to recovery. Gunners Girl, good to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Glenn. See you've used 2 accounts there. Good to see you, my friend. Benciano, good morning. Dakshin, good to see you, my friend. Let me know how you all got on yesterday. Obviously, rank at this stage doesn't really matter too much because obviously there's a whole game day to go. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well and didn't do too badly yesterday. I'm just going to fiddle with this. 43 points for Dakshin so far. Good job, mate. Benciano on 45 with Jackson and Sanchez still to play. I don't mean to offend you, but I hope Sanchez concedes to many goals to Chris Wood. 52 points with Jackson and Rogers still to go. Blimey, you guys are doing a lot better than I am. Oh, I love Carl, man. Unlucky man. 63 points. Wow. Saka captain. Yeah, I don't even have him. Jacqueline, 63 points with Onana and Welbeck still to play. There you go, Harmony. Big ups. I've got my morning cup of Joe too. Well, I've got coffee. I don't know what Joe is. Is Joe tea or coffee? Eze is going to be the death of me, honestly. Still got Rogers, Palmer and Wood still to play. I'm very jealous of your Cole Palmer. Alexander, Collins and Bumo, Bowen and Saka came through for me big time. Wish I captained Saka or Bowen over Haaland though. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go back to that captaincy decision again and I still think... Oh, excuse me. Ooh, big sneeze. I still think Haaland was the best captain yesterday. Sorry about that sneeze. I didn't have time to mute it then. You heard it all. Eze, yeah, I heard he had a good chance. I didn't actually, I didn't watch the game because I was in the gym, but yeah, I heard he had a big chance that he missed. He is, oh, he's going to be frustrating, isn't he? Can I bring myself to get rid of him? What's his fixtures looking like? We'll just go on FPL a sec. Oh, my screen's frozen. Bear with. Let's just switch them over. There we go. I think I'm going to keep Eze. I can't believe I'm saying that. But I'm looking at those 4 fixtures and I'm thinking he can score in those. It's just so unbelievably painful. Only 1 goal. How has he only got 1 goal? How? How have you only got 1 goal? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I have 4 free transfers. 4 free transfers to do something with him now. So we'll have a look-see. We'll have a look-see as the time goes on. I'm not going to make any decisions, though, until the game week finishes. What we got? Jacqueline captain Saka. Good job. 44 with Rogers. I think that's too bad. 63 points. Very good. Completely... Oh, Shanuel. Unlucky, man. Completely missing the deadline. We live and we learn. Yeah, the pain of keeping Eze is strong. Although, the pain of selling him after holding him for this long and then him scoring after you sell him is gonna hurt a lot. Bear with, guys. I'm just gonna grab a tissue. I won't be a sec. Sorry about that, folks. Nixie had Eze too. Thought about moving him to Bowen, but had to transfer out Pedro and moved him to Delap. Bowen. Yeah, well, you did all right then. I'm thinking of keeping Eze. I think Crystal Palace will gain momentum from the game. Thought they weren't bad. Yeah, I don't think they are too bad. Haaland sucks. I still think he's the best player in the game. Notion Viz, I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing well. I've had a bit of breakfast. Made a quiz for you guys. Got 5 more quiz questions, which should be a bit of fun at some point. Yeah, live for the next hour and a bit. Yeah, talking about Game Week 7 and how it's gone so far. And then this afternoon, I've got a season ticket at Bristol City. And our big rivals in the Championship, Cardiff, are coming to town. And our game's at 3 p.m, so I'm going to go to that. Very exciting. Just for that Monday night player feeling. Has he got a game on Monday? God, that's how prepared I am. I haven't even looked at the fixtures for next week. Forest Palace, yeah. Should I sell Salah and keep Luis Diaz? No, I wouldn't do that. Bringing McNeil or Vardy? Probably McNeil. I've got 40 points. Still have, blimey, Conser, Rogers, Watkins and Solanke. Great match ahead. Good luck to you, my friend. I'm hoping Chris Wood and Solanke do the business. Kept faith in Bowen. I remember saying on one of my my buy and avoid videos that Bowen is a tried and trusted Premier League goal scorer, and if you just keep him in your team, he will reward you eventually, and that's what he did yesterday, right? I really hope Chris Wood bags today. I need him to. 34 points with Welbeck, Rogers, Palmer, Jackson, and Mazwari. Basically half your team. Wow. Benciano, sell Diaz or keep? I would probably sell him. I think his minutes are too risky to be having him in your team, to be honest. And the Liverpool fixtures kind of take a turn. Yeah, 8 Nori, he conceded 5 goals and scored 9 points. Should I sell Diaz, keep Salah, and buy Mbumo? Yeah, I like that. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, they both blanked, didn't they, Norris? It doesn't really matter. Porro and Solanke Hall incoming. Well, we'll see. Also, never back the early kickoff. Yeah, man. Never back the early kickoff. It came to fruition. Apart from Trent. Trent did all right. Should have captained Trent. Nice one, Wilson. How long are you going to stick with Eze? I don't know. Palmer is going to go mental today. Yeah, I'm nervous. Although the one kind of small bit of faith I have is that Nottingham Forest are. Let's just have a look at the expected goals conceded rankings a sec. I'm just going to go onto this screen. Just loading up the Premier League expected goals conceded table. It'll be a little bit uneven because obviously some teams have now played 7 games. Obviously, Forest have only played 6, so take this with a pinch of salt, but they're the 3rd ranked team for expected goals conceded as it stands. Nice one, Glenn. Sounds good. Dara P was selling Trent and Diaz for Palmer and Mikalenko a mistake. I don't know. You have to definitely Mikalenko because he's injured, but I think you have to give it more time to know if the move was a mistake. What I thought I'd do is just go through the games very quickly and talk about what we witnessed. So obviously Liverpool beating Palace 1-0. Goal for Jota, assist for Gakpo. Obviously no start for Luis Diaz and an injury for Alisson. I believe he's out until November. So yeah, what does the chat think? It obviously does have an impact, but how big of an impact do you think no Alisson will have on that Liverpool defence? How big of an impact will that have? Bonus points for Alisson got the big 3. Trent and Virgil both on 31 BPS. Less said about Eze, the better. I think that's Probably all you can draw from that. Another clean sheet, of course, for Liverpool there. Alisson is Alisson, isn't he? Arsenal obviously winning 3-1. Unfortunately conceding. Havertz, goals from Havertz, Martinelli, Saka. Obviously the big news at the start of the game was that both Martinelli and Trossard were benched. And then Martinelli still comes on and scores. Goal and assist for Saka. Obviously mega haul and 3 bonus points for him. Incredible game. It's just unfortunate they bloody conceded a goal with my Gabriel in my defence. I don't really want to talk about Southampton players, if that's okay. I mean, from my perspective, I don't want to go anywhere near Southampton players. Apart from Dibbling. Dibbling, it'd be all right. But other than that, nah, not for me. Well, Brentford 5, Wolves 3. 8 goals in that game. All by individual players, or scored by different players, I think is the correct terminology for that for Brentford. Collins and Mbumo, Norgard, Pinnock, Carvalho. Wolves, a goal and an assist for Aït-Nouri. Cunha, Strand Larson also with goals. Lots of assists there. Damsgaard with a couple. Collins, Janelt, Lewis Potter with assists. You can see them all there. 3 saves for Flecken. 7, obviously, Johnson had a busy game. Conceded 5 goals. Only the 1 sultry bonus point from Mbumo. Cunha with the maximum bonus, even though he lost. Damsgaard with 2. Only real takeaways from... Well, quite a few takeaways from that, actually. I would say Aït-Nouri looks like a decent option. I do think he's decent. Even though they conceded 5 goals, I still think he's decent. Just because he basically is a winger. Cunha, I think, will always be good. Strand Larsen's decent. From a Brentford perspective, I've not been all that impressed by them defensively. Obviously, Mbumo is one of the best players in the game right now. You can't deny that. Carvalho, I think, is a decent, cheap midfielder. I'm a little bit nervous about keeping hold of Flecken because they've still not kept a clean sheet. What else? Who else would you get from Brentford? Van der Berg as well, I'd consider at 4 million, but that's about it. Quite a shock result there in Leicester beating Bournemouth 1-0. Looked like a pretty quiet game from all the Bournemouth players, to be honest. Another attacking return for James Justin and a clean sheet. I've seen people on Twitter with double Leicester defence, which just seems absolutely mental to me. Yeah, let me know if you had double Leicester defence. But yeah, that's crazy. Maximum bonus points for Buonanotte, some for Justin, and Okoli as well. Not a whole lot to say more about that game. Although what I would say is it's the last decent fixture that Semenyo and Bournemouth have. So yeah, if you were keeping Semenyo with that fixture in mind, Arsenal, Villa, Man City up next. Tough old games for him coming up. What else we got? Man City just edged it 3-2 against Fulham. I was hoping this would be my first Man City clean sheet, but it wasn't. Kovacic with a brace. Brilliant. No one's got Kovacic. Doku. No one's got Doku. Andreas Pereira and a goal for Muniz. Muniz. Remember Muniz when we had him at the start of the season? Well, I never had him, but people did. 2 secs. What else is there? Ederson actually made a couple of saves. Wow. Assist, of course, for big man Rico Lewis. Bonus points were shared. 1 bonus was shared between Andreas and Muniz. Kovacic with all 3 and Bernardo with 2. Yeah, Man City look a bit... they don't look invincible anymore, do they? Especially with no Rodri and KDB. So something to bear in mind there. But yeah, can't get too excited about that game as a Haaland owner. Next game, West Ham, Ipswich. I was going to say Man City again then. Goals from Antonio, Bowen, Kudus, Lucas Paquetá, and Delap. Delap scoring again for Ipswich. He looks like a pretty decent option. Antonio with a goal and 3 assists. Bowen with another assist, 8 saves for Muric, but he conceded 4 goals. 2 for Areola. Maximum bonus went to Antonio, 2 for Bowen, and 1 for Paquetá. Not the only game that Antonio has had 4 returns in either. Everton, Newcastle. The big winner in that game was Jordan Pickford. Made 3 saves, a penalty save, clean sheet, and maximum bonus points for him. So yeah, what a crazy game for Jordan Pickford, eh? Owners would kind of been... Hang on, if we compare his points, for example, to Flecken, right? So... Oh. Something's happened there. So let's say you thought, oh, I'm just going to pick the top scoring goalkeeper from last season and keep hold of him. Where would that leave you? So yeah, he's now he's now got more points than Dean Henderson. Nearly, yeah, more points than Flecken. More points than most goalkeepers, I think, apart from David Raya that people own. And all from that one game, basically. What did he get? 12, 15 points from that game. There you go. And other than that, he hasn't kept a clean sheet all season. And he got 15 points in one game. So yeah, that says it all really. I watched this game. It was the only game of the day that I managed to watch. And my God, was it boring. Obviously, Gordon missed a penalty as well. Lewis Hall seems to have nailed down that left-back spot now, it would appear. Not really any more news to pull out from that one, I don't think. Just 0-0, wasn't it? Not many bonus points to go around, really. Yeah. Did anyone still got Jordan Pickford? So I think Jordan Pickford could actually be a buy. Right, we're going to check out the chat. Anthony Gordon, I'm going to put it on screen so people can see it. Anthony Gordon, good morning, mate. Omar, very promising stats. Best case scenarios, Palmer blanking and a Wood goal to wipe out. I would love that. Sancho, eh? Fair enough. I think it's bad that I don't want Liverpool players, even though I'm a Liverpool supporter. Interesting. What puts you off? Diaz and Vardy to Mbumo and Delap. That sounds pretty good to me. Fair enough, Dara. I'm not sure the injury will be too long. Yeah, Alisson is big impact. Southampton and Leicester ruining your double Arsenal defence. 8 Nuri on the bench. Unlucky. The hype train on João Pedro is gone. Right, he's injured, mate. Of course it is. I've got Carvalho, but Norgard came back, so he doesn't start. But he still scored. Yeah, this was a game where you would have wanted Semenyo to return, right? Ditching Flecken to a 4 million to allow me funds to go. You're big on Kulusevski, aren't you? Should I sell Diaz? I've already answered that. Wow, bringing in Antonio today is crazy. I love Carman's back again. He's back again trolling. I hate Haaland. Brilliant. 54 points. That's incredible, mate. Well played. Oh, best time to wildcard, I don't know. I mean, for me, wildcard's dependent on your individual team. So me telling you the best time to wildcard is practically impossible, to be honest. Jacqueline, I plan to bring in Palmer after, I don't know why I did that in a French accent, after Liverpool, but he's already gone up last night. Should I play him against Liverpool if I bring him in? I almost think, I thought this before game week 7, I thought the buck to buy Palmer had passed, if that's the correct use of words. Yeah, I wouldn't be rushing Palmer into my team right now, personally. I just think Saka, Palmer and Haaland better than Salah, and I don't have the striker rotations. Fair enough. Konate, huge. Interesting notion vids. John, you've not missed much, mate. Just talking about the games. FPL is rigged, all right. We'll see. -4 hit listening to you. Salah, Palmer, Eze to Foden, Trent, Konate. For the time being, it seems okay. Fair enough. What would you do if Palmer hauls again today? I'd take it on the chin because I've got Salah. Although, yeah, that's kind of like the old adage of everyone is a tough guy until they get punched in the face, right? And another Palmer haul will be another punch in the face. So we'll see. Morning, Alexandru. Good to see you, my friend. 8 Nori with a 9-pointer. Yeah, I mean, conceding 5 goals and getting a 9-pointer is crazy. Good morning, Antonio. Oh, Carl, I don't want Johnson. If Johnson scores a hat-trick today, I'll be very angry because I should have brought him in, really, for Eze, I think. Should I stick with Diaz? And I don't mind doing that. Daniel. Kind of wish I kept Pickford and Havertz and not brought in Raya and Gabriel. I know it's knee-jerky. I'm 20k in the world. Fair enough. 8 Nori, back-to-back 9-pointer. Yep. I've got Palmer. I'm selling to Foden. What? I'll stop reading the chat in a sec because I've got a quiz. Morning, Tom. Your thoughts on Watkins and Semenyo out for Solanke and Brennan Johnson? Yeah, I don't mind it, but wait and see how they get on today. Good Diaz replacements. I'm going to stop looking at the chat now. We'll do the quiz. Good Diaz replacements. I would say, if you don't have them already in Boomo, who else we got? It's really the midfielders around the same price as Luis Diaz, right? It's slim pickings. The best ones are a lot cheaper and under 6. For me, I'd say number one replacement for him is in Mbumo, followed probably by someone like Semenyo Rogers. I mean, Bowen could be decent. Fixtures coming up for Bowen are not too bad. So Bowen could be pretty good. I'm going to put I Love Carman in a timeout because he's being a bit toxic in the comments. So maybe a 10-minute timeout might help him out. Don't need that energy in my chat, man. I mean, I'll accept it for a couple of streams, but you've been in the last 3 saying stuff like that. If anyone didn't see, here's how I'm doing. 33 points. 606k overall now, down with another red arrow. Flecken in goal, Trent, Gabriel, Lewis, Eze, Mbumo, Salah, Wood, Solanke, and Haaland. And obviously have Rogers, Wood, and Solanke still to play. Only 3 returns in my team so far. An assist, obviously, from Rico Lewis. Clean sheet and bonus for Trent. And a goal and bonus from Mbumo. Antonio, I'm a little worried. What is the elephant in the room? Do I have something on my face? Is it that I didn't captain Saka? Thank you, Tom. Great name, by the way. I'm intrigued. Does anyone feel like there's an elephant in the room that I'm missing? Oh, Eziphant. He's not even said elephant, he said Eziphant. Well, there's the elephant in the room then, isn't it? Yeah, Eze. Less said about him, the better. I'm going to do a quiz to distract myself. I read it as elephant, mate. I didn't even see Eziphant. I read what I wanted to see. I was like, oh, do I have something on my face? I'm not sure I am, John. We'll think about it. I'm going to do a quiz. This one should be easy if you've paid attention. But how many points did Rico Lewis score in game week 7? This is question 1. 5-question quiz. How many points did Rico Lewis score in game week 7? Everyone should get this if they've paid attention for the last 30 seconds. I probably should have put this one last because I've just showed a screen with his points total on it. God, everyone's flying in with the answers there. Palmer's a sell now, is he? Well, that narrative's changed quickly. I'm not saying you said he was a buy in the first place, to be fair, Carl. It's just interesting. I've already wildcarded Anton, by the way. The answer, everyone knows, 4 points. So keep that total in your head. I'll check in after 3 questions and see what you guys are on. Question number 2. You guys enjoyed this format of question last time. A player silhouette. Who is this? Who is this? Few shouts for Rogers. I'm not going to. I'm not going to say that is on stream, Brad. I'll probably get cancelled. But I do know who that is, and I can confirm it's not. It's not that man. Is it? I'm pretty sure they're a man. I'm also not going to say that, John. It's a little bit harder than the last one. He did actually have purple skin, that man, didn't he? I'm just going to I'm going to Google him on my phone very quickly. He had like a purple skin condition, didn't he? Oh no, maybe not. I'm colorblind anyway, so I can't really tell. Oh. The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is quite a lot of people got this right, actually. I was quite surprised. It's Morgan Rogers. I was very surprised. He has quite a generic looking silhouette. So yeah, I was quite surprised that people got that straight away. Well done. Anyone on 2 out of 2 so far? Let me know. Anyone on 2 out of 2 so far? Got a few on 2 out of 2. Right, okay. Question number 3. How many goals in total were scored yesterday? Is it 19, 23, 20, or 24? In total, how many goals were scored yesterday? Seeing the answers rolling in. Look at this. This is I've done this live this morning. Oh. I had to count a few times in my head as well. It was a real test of my maths. Right, a few guesses coming in. I will reveal the answer in 3, 2, 1. It was 24, and I've provided the goals over there as well, so you can add it up yourself. 1, 4, 5, plus 8, 13, 14, 19, 24. 24 goals were scored yesterday. I think a fair few people will be on 3 out of 3 there. Question number 4. Another silhouette. People enjoy the player silhouette, so I'll put another one in. Who is that? I hope that one's a little bit harder. I'll be surprised if people got that straight away. Who is that? They are a Premier League footballer. By the way, all of these silhouettes will be current Premier League players before I get anyone wrong. It's not Meslier. Or Melia. I don't know how to pronounce it. We probably won't see him make a public appearance again, to be honest, after that. But I can fully sympathise with him because I have done the exact same thing at 5-a-side, playing in goal. So I feel for Meslier. Unlucky. Right, I'm going to reveal the answer in 3, 2, 1. If I can find my cursor. There she is. It was Kai Havertz. By the way, where is he? Antonio Montana. Have you been looking at my slide deck or something before I got on stream? That's crazy. You guessed the player within like 5 seconds of me putting it out. You got a little bit of a knack for that, bro. It's incredible. Yeah, it was Kai Havertz, by the way. I thought that one would be a little bit more difficult. So, yeah, we'll do a scores total then. What's everyone on out of 5? We've got one more question left. I'm intrigued. Is anyone on 4 out of 4 at the moment? Who was on 2? 3 out of 4 for Celtic. Celtic Celt. Sorry, that was hard to pronounce. 3 out of 4. Harmony's on 2. Not seen a 4 out of 4 so far. John's on 0. Unlucky, bro. Nixie's on 4 out of 4. FPL Shane's joining late. You might need to go back if you want to catch the quiz. Yeah, Brad's he's probably had a few beers. I said Jackson and Havertz, so I might have cheated. Oh, fine. Oh, Alex, come on, man. 1 out of 4. The OG member on 1 out of 4. He's so OG that he's got a white background around his logo as well. That's how OG he is. I think Shaniel has that too. Right. Final question. Who is the current top scoring player this game week? Not how many points they got, but who has the most points so far this game week? It's a final question. Oh, felt a bit of shoulder pain then. She's back a little bit. Oh, it's a mix. It's mixed. Multiple players being shouted. You got some Antonios, some Pickfords, some Sakas. Interesting. It's a good mix there. I thought that'd be a tricky question for you. Honestly, I thought the Morgan Rogers one would have been the hardest question, but it looks like this one is the hardest. I'll give it a few more seconds. Let the answers roll in. You got Gabriel. You got Gabriel. You got to guess. You got to guess one player. It's not Haaland, unfortunately. Celtish Celts made 3 guesses. Go on, man. Kovacic? Yeah, that's not a bad show. The answer... I'm going to do a drum roll on my desk. It's Antonio. 18 points for Mikhail Antonio. Saka was on 16 and Pickford on 15. So it's Antonio on 18 points. Was the top scoring player so far. And I'll prove it. I will prove it. It might change, though, based on how FPL love to change players' points. But there you go. Here's the team of the week so far. See that on the right-hand side. Pickford 15, Saka 16, Kovacic also on 15, but out in the lead, Antonio 18 points. Let us know how you did. Let us know how you did. Hope you enjoyed that quiz. I quite enjoyed making it this morning, actually. I'll do a please don't do any more quizzes. Bro, you asked me to do this one. I made this for you, John. You were like, "Oh, I want to see another quiz." I think I hit the level of difficulty there. I think that was bang on in terms of difficulty, where it was very hard to get 5 out of 5. I wonder if anyone did get 5 out of 5. I don't know about the Arsenal. Assists, I've got to be careful how you say that. You don't want to cut off letters in that. I think it might be a difference in definition of assists. I didn't watch the game. I'll admit, I'm pretty shocking, really. I didn't watch the game. But FPL will count as an assist as like a shot that gets tapped in by another player or rebounds off a goalkeeper, etc., etc. Whereas SofaScore or FootMob will probably count as an assist as an actual pass, if that makes sense. Whereas FPL are a bit more lenient around their assists. So that might be an explanation for you. I'm just going to leave my live FPL team on there. Keep firing away with your questions, guys. FPL related or not, doesn't have to be FPL related. I'll stay live until I'll stay live till about 11, and then I'm going to shoot off and go for a walk because I haven't had any fresh air this morning, and I'm just going to look outside. It's going to rain at some point today, so I want to beat the rain. So I'm going to go for a walk around the Bristol Harbour, I think. If anyone lives in Bristol wants fancies grabbing a coffee on the harbour, give me a shout. Oh, by the way, I was a guest on a podcast last night. You can watch me do absolutely terrible on a... well done, Harmony. Do absolutely terribly on a quiz. I will send you a link. Bear with. I was on a guy called... well, I hadn't come across his channel before, I'll be completely honest. But I had a great time watching his stream last night. He does a Saturday nighttime live stream. His name's Alf. His channel's called Alf PL, which I absolutely love. I think that's a great name. And he had me on as a guest. I'll leave a link in the description. Oh, did my mic cut out? Apologies. I was on a guy's stream known as Alf FPL. And I did a quiz. He quizzed me and I did terribly. Absolutely terribly on his quiz. So you can see me crumble. There we go. Hopefully that's going to share it. It was great, wasn't it, Shane? There you go. You can check that out. There's his channel. And it's just his latest stream. I'm on there for about 20 minutes. Yeah, it was great chatting to him. It was great chatting to him. I'm just going to go on mute while I blow my nose a second. The tissue just decided to disintegrate on my face. That was good fun. Still on my face now. Ugh, that's horrible. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I think he's in the FPL Juice crew, I think. I must say, I don't mean this as like a bad way to FPL Juice and other content creators. I don't have enough time to like surround myself with other content creators and watch too much. So yeah, I'm just a little bit in the dark about other creators. So yeah, it was really cool to check out his stream. And I'll be on again at some point. I'm sure we've already discussed that. You've already asked me that question, Cartman. Why don't you just ask normal questions like a normal person that you haven't already asked people? Yeah, I agree, Alexandru. I think 8 Nori is a really good option. And 8 Nori has proven over multiple seasons over last season as well, as like a really top attacking fullback. Basically plays as a winger, doesn't he? So yeah, I really like 8 Nori. Justin, I can't believe they kept a clean sheet today because honestly, watching them in the Championship last season, Leicester were woeful defensively. They were really bad. So I'm amazed I'm amazed, to be honest, that they kept a clean sheet. Even just kept one Premier League clean sheet, to be honest, based on how bad they were last season. Eze, he's so painful to hold, isn't he? The reason I kept him this week is because it's the international break. And the one player I would have brought in for him is Brennan Johnson. And I just thought, well, Eze is definitely going to play 90 minutes, which he did. Brennan Johnson won't. Brennan Johnson isn't necessarily 100% nailed on for Spurs, whereas Eze, when he's fit, he's nailed on for Palace. And also, I think Brennan Johnson will play more minutes for Wales over the international break than Eze will for Palace, which increases his likelihood of injury. So that's why I didn't do it. But obviously, I'm staring at a 2-pointer from Eze, whereas Brennan Johnson's got Brighton coming up. Spurs are looking really good. A little bit worried now. But I don't like making, like, I think I would class it as like a luxury transfer, to be honest. So yeah. And next week I've got 4 free transfers. I've no idea, by the way, how I'm going to use them. We've got 2 weeks to think about it, I guess. But I have 4 free transfers. Yeah, if you can get rid of Eze to Mbeumo, I mean, yeah, 100% Cortex makes good sense. Cortex, if I could do this, honestly, you know, the goal of this channel was never to make money from it, to be honest. I made like over 300 videos without ever making a single penny from this, and I loved every single one and every single live stream that I did. But if there was ever a way where I could do this full time, I mean, that'd be an absolute dream. And then I'd probably start something else on the side to replace the job that I currently do. I think in my mind, I would love to teach other people how to build a YouTube channel. I think that'd be really good. Without going too much in depth about my morals and beliefs, I think the world in 2024 and the internet just opens up so many opportunities where the usual university, school, university, job for 40 years, retire, lifestyle, it can be dead if you want it to be, where you get complete location independence. Your potential income is unlimited on the internet, of course. So I think there's a real change, a possibility to really change the standard like human life cycle, I think. And I want to be a part of teaching people how to do that. And that's what I'm trying to do myself. But most of all, I do this because I love FPL and doing these kind of live streams. I've stopped monologuing now. You're probably all bored of that. You're close to what I do, John, but not quite. Oh, definitely, Cortex. I'd love to. I'm just going to keep making videos, trying to get better, trying to grow the channel and just seeing what happens, mate. Even if it like supplemented my income a little bit, I'd be very happy, you know. But again, money like isn't. I don't think of what am I trying to say? The goal of this channel is not to fleece people and get rich, if that makes sense. The goal is to just monetize a hobby, basically, and make a living out of it, rather than try and get rich, if that makes sense. And I'm hoping I bring like good value to you guys, right? I don't want to feel like I'm scamming you. When is the start of class? Oh yeah, I'm monologuing. I'll shut up now. Shoulder's doing all right, mate, actually. I had a good gym session yesterday where I did some exercises that really helped it. It felt a little bit sore after that, but I woke up this morning and it's relatively pain-free today. Today is a complete rest day as well, so I'm not going to do anything with it today. One of the best things I've done for it actually is just dead hangs, so just hanging from a pull-up bar, and it really just like loosens up the shoulder. So after this stream at 11, I'm just going to run up onto the roof of my building. There's a pull-up bar up there, and I'm just going to hang from that for a bit of time. I find that's been really helping. And I've got a stretch band that I've been doing some exercises with too. I'll answer that question. I love carb, man. My favourite food there's a difference, I guess, between my favourite meal and favourite food. My favourite food, if I could have one item of food that doesn't necessarily constitute to a meal, I would say a custard cream biscuit, to be honest. Favourite meal? Oh, I've got loads. I'd probably just say a plain Jane steak or a burger, to be honest. You can't really go wrong with a steak. A steak, a curry, or a burger, to be honest. John, we're all good. It was just some tendon inflammation. I'm much better now. It was just a temporary injury. I would have got a chiropractor if it kept getting worse. Should I do Jota to Mbumo? I have one free transfer. Yeah, I don't mind that. Oh, you're not spamming, mate. I haven't seen you spam. Or if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would you have? I'd probably have steak, my personal recipe homemade wedges, and some vegetables. And I think that meal would sustain me for the rest of my life, and I'd be quite happy. And you'd get all the essential nutrients you need, right? And I absolutely love steak. I'm not sure I could get bored of steak. So yeah, there you go. Vegetarians probably wouldn't like to hear that, but it's one meal for the rest of my life, right? So I want a meal that I like. Yeah, Palmer to cook. I don't need him to cook. Dari, I've got a couple of teams, my friend. Well, I haven't mentioned seafood. I do like seafood as well. So I've got two teams, mate. Sorry, just going back to your question. I live relatively near. I'm not going to disclose my exact location, but I live relatively near to where the Bristol City football ground is. And I've got a season ticket there. And my dad, it was the first game I ever went to, was a Bristol City game. My dad took me when I was younger. So I've always had like an affinity for Bristol City. And then I personally, as a child, chose to support Man United. So I kind of have allegiances to two teams, and it is what it is, really. A lot of people say you can only have one football team, but the way my life has gone, that's how it works. Oh, I'm done with Cardman, man. If you've got nothing nice to say, you're going to go on a 24-hour timeout. Actually, yeah, go on. That's your last chance, my friend. Imagine having a salad for life. I think you'd be hungry for life, to be honest. You think Semenyo is better than Eze? Do you? Really? Semenyo with the fixtures he's got coming up. Bearing in mind he plays Arsenal, Villa, and Man City in his next three, and he's just blanked against Leicester. Keep firing your questions in. I quite enjoy answering questions that aren't about FPL. Yeah, I saw your message back along FPL, Shane. I completely agree with you. And I'm not dissing like corporate jobs. I have one at the moment. I really enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Actually, yeah, I really enjoy my job, and I certainly give my all to it. But at the same time, doing something, I think if someone tells you that they work for like a big corporation and say it's their dream job, I'm not sure. I think a dream job is doing a hobby for a living, right? I don't know, that's my opinion. I'm only 27, right? So it's not like I've got buckets of life experience. As they did play, yeah, I agree. So I'm going to keep the faith with him, mate. I think I'm going to keep him. Jackson and Semenyo to Solanke and McNeil, or Wood and Brennan Johnson. Well, I don't think I'd sell Nicholas Jackson, to be honest. I don't think I'd sell Nicholas Jackson. Huge cortex. Yeah, I am gifted with a baby face. I think I was a bit of a late bloomer when I was, well, you can probably tell, I can't even grow a beard. So, yeah, I was a bit of a late bloomer as I was growing up. A fact about me. One that you haven't heard before. What have I got? What have I got for you? The most famous person. I've not done many celebrity meets, to be honest. But the most famous person I've met and interacted with is Chris Kamara. There you go. Outside of Ashton Gate a couple of years ago. There you go. Spursy guy, that's the big question. And I don't know the answer to that. What do you reckon, Spursy guy? Do you think Foden has got a guaranteed spot in the starting 11? I don't think so. I don't think anyone in that Man City team, apart from possibly Haaland, is nailed on, to be honest. Haaland and Ederson are the only two. Maybe Kovacic. No, he's in there for Rodri. Excuse me. Favourite alcoholic drink? I got to say, I don't really drink. But if I could order an alcoholic drink, there are a few that I've drank in the past. My go-to in a club was always just a vodka lemonade, and then me and my mates would always get a shot. I don't know why we did it. We'd always get a shot of black sambuca, and then like my favourite nightcap drink was always a G&T. I quite liked a gin and tonic or gin and lemonade. I just love lemonade, basically. I think lemonade, right? Lemonade is the single most refreshing beverage you can have. Nothing beats a cold lemonade on a summer's day. Doesn't have to be anything special. It can just be a Sprite with some ice in it, so it's nice and cold. You're rolling. I used to be decent at FIFA, but I haven't played FIFA, especially online FIFA, for a number of years because, honestly, I just found it absolutely infuriating. It made me so angry, and I was just like, well, this is not healthy for me to keep playing. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has the same issues with FIFA, but yeah, man, I find it so annoying to play. Especially Liam Healy up the city. I remember I saw you on Twitter, mate. Are you going to the game today? I am quite worried that we are not going to win. But yeah, we'll see. I don't have Bruno Fernandes, just saying. Mets. I've never heard of Mets. That's a drink that I've never heard of. Andrew Barton, happy for everyone to sit on the fence with. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, I don't mind Kelleher. The fixtures for Liverpool do get a bit tough though. Club Orange, fair enough, mate. Go for it, Shane, man. Just go all in. That's what I'm trying to do with this channel at the moment. I hope you guys can appreciate and see that. I'm just trying to go all in with this channel at the moment. Yeah. Every spare minute I have right now, I try and spend doing some form of productive YouTube work. Oh yeah, of course it's called EAFC now. So much I know about it. The one cool thing that did happen though, I'm not going to explain exactly where I live, but Ashton Gate, the Bristol City ground, has been scanned into FIFA, and a lot of the surrounding town and area, it's quite a lot of it has been scanned into, and on FIFA, literally the window of my flat is on FIFA, so that's pretty cool. I've never tried Sicilian lemonade, but I'm up for it. Yeah, I'm the same, John, but I feel with FIFA, you're like in control of the situation. Whereas getting angry at FPL is fine. Obviously, it's a natural emotion to be angry, but you're not in control of the outcome. Whereas FIFA, you kind of are. But in a way, you're not, because there's so much like BS that happens. Yeah, Niels, that's another productive bit of work that I need to do. The only thing about adding my streams as a podcast is that you have to press on OBS. I'll show you. So this is what I see as I record. So there you go, Streamception. So on OBS, you press start streaming to stream, and then there's also a button to record. But when I press, with the current laptop that I have, when I press those two buttons at the same time, it sends my laptop in an absolute spiral of destruction, where it doesn't run properly anymore. So basically, I need to upgrade my hardware at some point. And I'm hoping with maybe a bit of Christmas money or presents that I get, I'll be able to buy a beefier laptop. Yeah, cheers, Harmony. Everyone subscribe if you haven't already. Time to get a new laptop. Indeed, bro. Indeed. We'll work on it. Anything I've missed? I don't think we've seen much drama in the chat, AG, unless I've missed something. Thank you, Wim the Tim. Oh, I know Haaland's, yeah, but Haaland's allowed bad games. I think he's great. Yeah, I'll look at when is Black Friday? It's in December. Is it in December or November? Totally FPL, Shane. Find out where I live. It's not. I live in Bristol, mate. Liam, prediction for the game today. Oh, I do think we're going to win. I do think we're going to win. Let's see. Let's see who. I'm going to have a look, see who Cardiff lined up with. Because I'm not going to speak too much about Bristol City because this is an FPL stream. But so for score. Bristol City have a real problem defensively at the moment. I think Viner and McNally just don't work as a pair. Especially like the trio of Viner, McNally and O'Leary. They don't communicate with each other at all very well. They're just not that style of player. And the way you beat Bristol City is play a long ball up to Viner and McNally and just watch them panic, or play a long ball in behind and stretch the defence. That's how you beat us at the moment. And I'm a little bit worried that Cardiff do that. And I was just going to see who they have up front, because if they've got a big man up front, we're in a bit of trouble, I think. But I can't remember. I'm not a Cardiff City expert, so I'm just going to see how they line up. Oh, that's the under 21s. We don't look at that. What do you reckon is going to happen today, Liam? I do think we win. I think we probably just edge it like 2-1, something like that. Yeah, cheeky win. Your team got a cheeky win against Coventry. Good work. I thought you were talking about Cardiff then. My bad. But yeah. Luton are in trouble as well, aren't they? Recent form. The Millwall game. They just beat Millwall, didn't they? Perry MG. He bloody scored in the last one as well. I'm pretty sure his name's Perry MG. Callum Robinson up front. Okay. He's not a massive man, to be fair. Ethan Horvath, but he's not playing. Callum Chambers at the back. Wow. Okay. Big ups tractor damage. I'm glad that move paid off for you. I'm glad that I said people should get rid of Luis Diaz, to be fair. Because I don't like owning players that are minutes risks, to be honest. I don't think Ten Hag gets sacked, no. I think Solanke will do great. And you say he's too slow for the way that Spurs played, but he scored 2 in his last 2, and Harry Kane, well, I guess they're a different team to when Harry Kane was in it, to be fair, but I disagree. I think Solanke is really good. Busy December ahead, indeed. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to December. Good luck on your run. I'm not even running, bro. But thank you very much. I'm just going to go for a walk. Just going to go for a walk around the harbour and have a coffee. Get some fresh air. It's a rest day today. We're not going to be doing anything too hectic. 1-0 Scott Twine. I'll take it, mate. However it comes. I'll take it however it comes. Keep firing your questions, guys. Doesn't have to be, like I said, doesn't have to be FPL related. But yeah, can be. I'll stay live for another quarter of an hour or so. Is it time for Maddison? Spurs ain't even played this week yet, mate. I know in my last video I talked about Spurs players because I do think they're going to be good. But I would hold off until they play today because he could get injured. Yeah, I agree, Andy. I agree, mate. I agree. Dickey is just a godsend for us, isn't he? He's amazing, and we're missing him badly. The one thing that does annoy me about our sort of boardroom setup, they've done a really good job with signing young players, but what they haven't brought in is much experience. And I think, especially in the Championship, 46 games, some horrible, horrible teams that you come up against. One thing we're missing is a couple of old heads just with a bit of nous and experience. There's one thing to be said about, quite a lot of our young players have a lot of games under their belt, but there's no substitute for just years on earth in experience, I don't think. And with the loss of Matty James and Andy King, for example, I just think we've lost some of that experience. I don't know how you feel about that. I remember Roy Keane on a podcast, can't remember when it was, maybe 1 or 2 years ago. He obviously got Sunderland out of the absolute pits and got them promoted. And he was saying one of the key things to that was experience in the dressing room. I think he was saying the average age of a Championship team to get promoted is 27 or 28, something like that. And Bristol City's average age is a lot younger than that. So, that's just one little worry I have about Bristol City. And I think consistency, experience breeds consistency as well. So, one problem Bristol City have is they're very up and down. And I think that's because they don't have enough experience to keep them level-headed and consistent, I would say. And also, Nahki Wells, I cannot believe he got subbed on in the last game. I love Nahki Wells, but he is not good enough to be playing for us anymore, I'm afraid. I absolutely love Nahki Wells. A lot of, I wouldn't lay a glove on him in terms of footballing ability, but how he got on the pitch ahead of Mayulu in the last game absolutely baffles me. He shouldn't be playing for us again, I don't think. I just don't think he's good enough. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Enjoy tractor damage. 21 points. Hey, man, those returns could come in for you. And it's only 1 week. It's only 1 week. Not the end of the world. $46 points with Rodgers, Solanke, Watkins and Palmer to go. Nice. I'm surprised people are considering Trent a season hold. I'm going to keep Trent. I also think, Liam, the most important position in professional football is the centre defensive midfielder. All the top teams in the world have a world-class centre defensive midfielder. And when they're missing, their teams go to absolute crap. And I think a really solid holding midfielder is crucial in any top team now. And I don't think Bristol City have that, I've got to say. You look at the impact of no Rodri on Man City, for example. Look what Gravenberch has done at Liverpool. Look what Rice has done for Arsenal, right? I think a really solid centre defensive midfielder is the absolute key. Dibbling for Semenyo. Interesting. Keep firing in with your questions if you want, guys. Keep them coming. Semenyo does indeed have some brutal fixtures. Yes, he does. My wildcard in Game Week 4, I went down to 2 million, now 50k overall. Wow, fair play. The no Haaland is paying off in recent weeks, isn't it? DCL to Cunha for the next... Oh, keep DCL, mate. Yeah, tractor damage. So I started my fantasy football YouTube journey by talking about Sky Fantasy Football. And in that game, you get points for completed passes and tackles. And it meant that you could pick a player that plays in every position and they would score well in the game. So you could pick... Rodri was one of the best players in the game. Kante, he made tackles. Players like that were really good in that game. And I think tackles and passes is something... Bonus points for tackles and passes is something that FPL should put into their game. Because then it makes every player pickable in the game, I think. Because just having goals, assists and clean sheets as ways to score points. Yeah. It's not my favourite way of playing things anyway. I'm not too sure, Dan, really. I think just the structure of the pricing in the game and the good players that are available at each price point kind of put me in a 3-4-3. But I usually go 3 at the back. I do usually go 3 at the back. But most seasons, I probably actually go 3-5-2, to be honest. Well, I don't know about the Everton defence, mate. I don't know. I mean, it was a penalty that they, the clean sheet came from a penalty save. Semenyo to McNeil, yeah, I don't mind that. I think Semenyo is a player I would consider selling. It's gotten cold in my room all of a sudden, so I'm just going to put a jumper on. Carry on, guys. Just going to put my jumper on. Ooh. I wouldn't buy Michael Keane, mate. Because as soon as Branthwaite is back, he's out of the team, isn't he? No, I honestly, mate, I don't have the time to play NFL. I don't follow it. No offense, but I just don't find it. I don't find it entertaining. I know that's probably really harsh to NFL fans, but it's so stop-start that I can't get into it. I feel like I've gotten very lucky following football all my life, where I just don't think there's a sport unless it's a big swimming race, because I do it mainly, but I don't think there's a sport that's more entertaining than football, to be honest. I mean, a good end-to-end football match, you can't really beat it, can you? Let's be honest. Big ups Dickies, by the way. I love my Dickies clothes. Dickies for Rob Dickey, if Liam's still in the chat. 3 teams going down. Oh, I think it'll still be the 3 promoted teams, to be honest. I do. I think Ipswich are the most likely to stay up. Hope you're doing well, by the way, Victor. I think that's the first message I've seen of yours in the chat. Fair enough, tractor damage. I did get into the NBA briefly for a little while. But again, I largely stuck to the highlights because, yeah, I just found the sport really boring. I feel like my hairline is receding. I don't know. I'll compare it to previous streams and see if it's continually receding. All the stress I'm in from FPL recently. My view on Trent long term, I think I'm going to keep hold of him, mate. I think I'll keep hold of him. I can't get excited about Leicester players. Sorry. I'm just annoyed that they changed the format, to be honest, mate. You know, it sounds really boring to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I think the Champions League worked really well, and it's a shame that they changed it, in my view. Yeah, what are we going to do with our lives, Pez Lover? What am I going to do with my life for the next couple of weeks? I will. I'll definitely make a few videos over the international break. If anyone's got any ideas that they'd like to see in terms of, I've got a few myself, which I won't disclose here. They'll be a nice surprise for you all. But if anyone's genuinely got some ideas for some content they'd like to see over the international break, please do stick it in the chat. I was going to do a just sit and talk about. I was chatting a little bit about it earlier about building a YouTube channel and helping people do that. So I was going to do a video about that. I don't feel like I'm in a position where I can call myself a YouTube expert, but after 600 or so videos, I think I've learned how YouTube works now. So I might be able to help some people there. So if that's a video idea you'd like to watch, I'll certainly do that. But yeah, if you've got any other suggestions for me, feel free to stick it in the chat. The woes of being an Eze owner. Yeah, man. Yeah, stats until now. I was going to do that. I won't disclose exactly what I'm planning, but I will do that, Victor. How to win FPL. Yeah, I wish I could tell you that. I switched to Palmer from Saka. Yeah, I think obviously Palmer can get a return today. I'm glad that I said that people on my stream. I'm glad that I said people shouldn't do that. I know you've done it, but I think that's a luxury kind of move, to be honest. Especially as Saka had, who are, in my opinion, the worst. I think Southampton are the worst team in the league. Bear with, I'm just going to grab another tissue a second, folks. I won't be a sec. I was on mute then. Someone asked me what were my plans for the weekend, and I have a swimming competition next weekend, which is a fortnight before my nationals, and I have bought myself as a little present to me a new swim racing suit. It's the single fastest racing suit that money can buy, apparently. I'm not going to disclose how much I spent on it, but it's by a company called Mizuno. And I've tried it on once, and by the sheer effort of pulling it up on my body, they're healed now, but it completely destroyed the skin on my hands. I'm going to have another go at it today after the game, so that will take me a little while. So that's one of my activities. I won't go into graphic detail about how that looks to put on, but yeah, it's pretty horrendous. So that'll be one of my activities this weekend. It's a Mizuno GX Sonic 6. If anyone watching this is a swimming fan. It's Eric. You have no idea. It's actually it's a medium, but it's a Japanese company, so naturally their sizings are a bit smaller. Some people do PC Principle. I personally don't, but as you can see, I don't really have much of an issue there anyway. Some people do. I might for the Nationals. Haven't decided if I'm going to shave down yet. I haven't decided. I won't go into too much detail, but the worst thing about shaving down is the growing back period when it's all stubble across your whole body and everything is really uncomfortable, and I absolutely hate that. So I'm deciding if that's worth doing. John, it's not a mankini, bro. It's a pair of shorts. Don't worry. You've seen Olympic swimming, I'm sure. I wear the same stuff they do. As a troll continues, he does indeed. Thank you for changing the subject. You did join to hear FPL tips. Sorry, I got a bit carried away, guys. I got a bit carried away. I've been live for an hour anyway, so I've sort of run out of things to talk about. Yeah, Eze troll continues, although I think I'm going to keep hold of him. His fixtures coming up are pretty good. I just can't believe he's only scored one goal. One goal? What? One goal? What the I'm not going to swear on stream, but yeah, he's only scored one goal. But fixtures coming up: Forest away, Spurs at home, Wolves away, Fulham at home, Villa away, who have not kept a Premier League clean sheet in about a year, Newcastle at home, who do not look the best defensively, and then Ipswich away. I think he can score in any of those games. I really do. Just been an absolute nightmare, hasn't he? We are being stubborn. We are being stubborn. I'd really like you to set up a live YouTube stream of my YouTube channel to stream in an Irish pub at an open mic. I don't know how to even start or achieve this point. That would be useful. Bro, it's really easy. All you need is a phone and a YouTube channel, and you just say, go live. That's all you need. Probably the biggest stumbling block for starting YouTube is people being a little bit worried about it, to be honest. I still have Eze. I've still got him, mate. As you can see, I'm going to go back to live FPL. I've still got him. I don't think it's a mistake. Have you? I've not heard anything about the mystery chip, mate, I'm afraid. Yeah, USF. I honestly, with FPL price changes, I think there's a man in an office that decides them. It's not done by an algorithm, a computer. I think it's probably multiple people in an office deciding at different times. So for that reason, I think naturally they're going to be inconsistent and different. That's how I think it works. I've never really been affiliated or involved with the Premier League themselves, but that would be my guess, is that there's a few people whose job it is to decide players' prices, and they're different people, so naturally it's going to be inconsistent and difficult to predict. That's how I think it works. When are Wolves fixtures getting better? Well, they get better now, I think. Eight Nori's a good option. Thank you, Dan. I will look into that. Yeah, I didn't have Saka. I still thought Haaland was always going to be the best captain, though. Tottenham game prediction. I think I did some score predictions. Oh, we could have a look at how my score predictions got on. I had Liverpool beating Palace. Arsenal beating Southampton. My Brentford scoreline, interesting. Leicester, interesting. Man City, interesting. I don't think our score predictions are too bad. That is rough. That is rough. The price drop on a 1% owned asset. Yeah, to be honest, with one Arsenal defender, I think I probably want them to concede, to be honest, which is mad. But that's how EO goes in this game. Yeah, Eze is falling. I'm not too worried, though. Not too worried. I'll stay on for another 10 minutes if anyone's got some more questions for me. And then I'm going to shoot and go for a quick walk. Do some shoulder rehab and a quick walk. That's what I'm going to do this morning. Yeah, Minte's gone, hasn't he? But yeah, Brighton don't play until today, so we'll see if he plays. I think Mbumo is, obviously, I wouldn't rush him in for the sake of buying him, but if you have a player in your team, Kanye, that you're not happy with, I think Mbumo should be going in for you. Niels, my pleasure. Good night, my friend. Not my pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Good night, mate. Have a good Monday. It's mad, isn't it, that people in New Zealand are ahead of us in time. His day is done. His Sunday is done and mine is just beginning. 60k with 5 to play and no Haaland. Is it worth? I just hang fire over international break and see what happens, mate. But I personally would want Haaland in my team. Even after what's just happened this week, I would want Haaland in my team. Gary Wells is in China. Big ups, mate. Whereabouts in China are you? You in a city? I message you on WeChat, bro. Exactly, Harmony. I can get Winks in. What a legend. I've already got Dibbling anyway. I'd keep hold of Kanate if I had him. Because, yeah, I think Lewis is worth the money that you pay for him, but he's a minute's risk, right? Obviously. But he's only 4.7 million. The CCP is watching, indeed. Gary's got to be careful what he puts in the chat. They're probably listening to me now talking. I won't incriminate him. Yeah, we're going to look at price changes. Let's have a quick gander. I'm just going to go onto this screen while I log into Fantasy Football Hub. I have seen that Solanke's been called up to the England squad, so hopefully he doesn't get injured, because I think he's probably carrying a little knock or a niggle, I reckon. Guangzhou, very cool. How long have you lived in China, mate? That's pretty cool. I think it's Guangzhou is how you pronounce that. 3 years. Nice one, man. Here's your price change predictions. Eze's going to go up again. Anderson's going to go down. Son's going to go down. Belfast's going up. Not many major ones. I think 8 major price changes. Eze. Where's Eze on this list? He's looking like he's settling. Looking like he could go down again, but not just yet. Kanate to Keane. Fair enough, mate. I wish I had your luck with transfers. Did I say Eze, not Mbumo? My bad. I meant Mbumo. Mbumo's going up in price. I think it'll be a bit of a godsend if Eze goes up in price for me. I'm looking at 8 Nori for a backup to Lewis, unless you can think of a better 4.5. No, I like it. Japan. I'd love to go to Japan. I'm planning as a January international break just after New Year's, or a January break in football, and I'm going to go away during that time. I think going away, if you live in the UK, going away just after Christmas in January, if you obviously can't really do that if you have kids, but if you don't have kids, that's the best time to go away, man. I want to go away. I haven't decided where I want to go yet, but I'm definitely going to go away. Somewhere sunny for a week. Just chill out. Do a bit of YouTube work. Sit in the sun. Yeah, Japan is cheap now. That's a fair one. Could go to Japan. I would, I could go on my own, couldn't I? Could go to Japan on my own. That'd be pretty cool. I absolutely freaking love Japanese cars as well. This is my wallpaper on my laptop. This is in Japan. Freaking love Japan. Oh, everything's decided to crash on my laptop. Where are we? There we go. Right, I'm going to sign off soon, guys, if that's all right. Shoot your questions in. And yeah, got 5 more minutes, and I'm going to shoot off if that's okay, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure on stream. 162 people watching at the moment. How good's that? Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And leave us a like rating. That'd be great. John, my pleasure, mate. Hopefully you enjoyed the quiz. I made that for you with you in mind. Especially for you, bro. Let's just see if there's any news on Twitter before we go. I currently have Robertson and he didn't play. Oh, I think Trent is better than Robertson, yeah. I think you're unlucky with Robertson not playing this week, though, I've got to say. I think you got unlucky there. Nothing major. Nothing major to say. Go snorkeling at Raja Ampat. Where's that? Is that in Indonesia? I would probably do Southeast Asia, to be fair, if I was to go travelling. One of Thailand, Philippines, or Vietnam. I haven't decided. Yeah, we'll see. I have a mixed experience from that part of the world, though. I went to Bali a couple of years ago, and I had a lovely time when I was healthy. I got so ill when I went. It was the illest I've ever been. Me and my girlfriend at the time just got so ill, and it really put a dampener on things, to be honest. And it wasn't even our fault. We caught it. We caught this horrible stomach bug from someone else in our group. And it wasn't even our fault for being careless. Like, we were very careful with what we ate and drank, but we still got ill because we caught it from someone else. Go back to my team for another 5 minutes. Yeah, 10k party incoming, guys. How many are we on at the moment? Thank you, Antonio. Good luck to you, my friend. Well done in the quiz. You were absolutely smashing it on those player silhouettes. Nearly on 9,200. We're going, man. 10k before Christmas is the goal. That'd be great. Although I don't know. I don't like I like having subscriber goals, but I don't like pushing it too much because ultimately the aim of this is to share the love of FPL with viewers, right? So that's what I'm trying to do with this channel. I will be there, Liam. I will be there. I sit in the south stand. Don't know where you sit, pal, but yeah, I'll be there in the south stand. Giving it the big one with my mate Jamie. I will be there. John, no. I didn't know how to get yourself nominated, and also I don't mean this in a derogatory way to people that are on the awards, but I think you have to nominate yourself initially to then be voted for, and in the nicest way possible. Just, it's my personal opinion. I'm not dissing people that did that, but nominating yourself for an award in order to get votes just didn't sit right with me. And I think you also have to pay to be there. I think it's a couple £100 to attend. So no disrespect to the Football Content Awards. I don't want to cause any issues or trouble, but it just didn't feel right. Might do it next year, who knows? But yeah, I just didn't. And to be honest, I think I just left it too late anyway. But I appreciate that, John. Thank you. I don't think Bowen will get a rise, no. Even though he did well this week, I don't think people will be rushing to buy him. Footballers playing FPL? Yeah, if we look at the FPL, we'll finish off. We'll have a look at the FPL Focal website because he's got that on his website. It's fantastic. Obviously, everyone probably watching this knows who FPL Focal is. Absolute legend who's got his own website. And here is the Players League. So yeah, right now Diogo Jota is top, 146k overall. There you go. I'll do a little scroll. The top players. Well, yeah, Tavernier did some big stuff. Probably played his wild card. Kieran Trippier played his wild card. There's all the pro footballers. So yeah, leading the way at the moment is Diogo Jota. And this is his team. That's his team. Some reason, oh, he's got Wolves players. Obviously, he played for Wolves, didn't he? There you go. There's Jota's team. And he's beaten me. He's got Cole Palmer, Mark Watkins and Jackson still to play, and no Haaland. I don't know. Does Salah play FPL? We'll keep scrolling down and see if we can find him. Collaboration with FPL bot. Ah. But yeah, there's your Pro Footballer FPL League. If anyone was interested, I'll put a link to it in the chat. Right. I think that's everything. I really enjoyed that. I always enjoy live streaming, chatting FPL with you guys. I hope you did too. I will probably have a video coming out tonight after the final game. I'm obviously going to a game myself this afternoon, so I'll be a little bit busy. And also, yeah, man, I've been full attack on FPL this week. I think I did a video every day, a live stream and a video yesterday, and a live stream this morning. So I'm all FPL'd out, but I'll do another video this evening. And then I'll have a few videos coming out during the international break. I'll probably do a summary basically of the best players in each position. I think that's quite a nice thing to do. And then I'll also do a little bit of chat about how to build a YouTube channel and stuff if anyone was interested in that. I might do that as a live stream actually. That'd be quite nice. I could do a live presentation and stuff if people were interested. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you, USF, Andy and Uwe. John, Harmony, pleasure spending my Sunday morning with all you guys. I'm off for a little walk around the Bristol Harbour, a coffee and a bit of lunch, and to hang from a pull-up bar to try and fix my shoulder. So yeah, that's everything. Up the city. Hope you beat Cardiff.